Actually, Ryan Tabor needs help. Ryan Tabor was busted in April for some online conversations he was having with what he thought was a 14-year-old boy. It turns out that the 14-year-old boy was actually Keene Police Detective James McLaughlin. Tabor had just been snagged in a sting and charged with using the internet to seduce, solicit, lure or entice a child to commit the offense of lewdness or indecent exposure. He was indicted by a grand jury on May 16. This alone is almost a non-story to me in regards to an idiot teen using the internet to talk sex with another teen on the internet, and I almost would like to know how Detective James McLaughlin felt engaging in sexual conversations with a minor, but that's a topic for 3 things. The story got interesting when investigators found child porn on his computer, as well as media involving him fucking the family's golden retriever. But before we get to the dog fucking, let me do what I said I wouldn't in the above paragraph and delve into 3 things territory a bit. Tabor struck up a conversation with the 14-year-old in January. Over a 2-month period, Detective James McLaughlin participated in graphic chats and email with a minor. Tabor was supposed to meet the 14-year-old on March 20, in a men's changing room located in a Walmart, but Tabor called it off, saying that he had to go car shopping with his mother. So basically, what Tabor did was be a minor talking sex talk with another minor. That's it. This is the only part of the story that I find absolutely ridiculous, that all that time and money was used to hone in on a 17-year-old kid talking shit on the internet, and who even backed out of the proposed meeting, yet was still charged with the sex crime. However, because of the charges, his computer was handed off to a forensic team who were able to pull up some interesting photos and videos. Personally, I don't care much about him maybe having hundreds, even thousands of pornographic images. But some of what they found is undeniably troubling, especially when you are talking about someone at such a young age. 39 images found appeared to feature children. Even more twisted, a large amount of images involved the family's male golden retriever. The dog has since been removed from the home, and Tabor had 2 misdemeanor counts of animal cruelty and a felony charge of computer pornography prohibited added to his growing list of charges. Tabor turned himself in the day after the dog was removed, and was released on $5,000 bail and $5,000 personal reconnaissance. I am sure his family is extremely proud. I mean, if this had been my kid who got busted talking sex talk with another kid on the internet, male or female, then it is really, really time for a talk. When I was 14, I was already sexually active, and porn was just as easy to get your hands on as it is now. Someone you hung out with had an older brother or even parents who stashed the megs somewhere. It's kind of natural for boys to get into that stuff, especially when you are 17. But holy Christ, if I found child porn and pictures of my kid blowing the family dog? Wow. I don't know what I would do. Honestly. I mean, I may get past the child porn, as it could just be a case of curiosity over actual desire, like the first time I found you could find images of people shitting on each other. I had no desire to participate in that particular activity, but goddamn I wanted to at least see it. But how do you look your kid in the eye after seeing the kid you raised? The memories of his birth, the birthdays, him walking and talking the future of college, wife, grandkids, but here you are staring at your son with his lips wrapped around the purple, veiny cock of your family pet. As a parent, that is a nightmare scenario and a gift that will just keep on giving. I would imagine your relationship with your child would pretty much crumble after that. This is a young guy, people. What the fuck happened? Doesn't anyone think that this is one of those cases in which jail would probably be the absolute worst thing for this kid? He obviously has some issues going on, and in a rare situation for me that I am conflicted on what I feel would be the best course of action. On one hand, I do feel some form of therapy shit would be the best route to go. But on the other hand, is this just a sign of the buddings of a deviant we feature here regularly? Is there any hope for this kind of behavior? I may have been able to get past the conversations, and actually because of his age, even the child porn. But those two coupled with the fact that he was sexually active with his dog just has me a bit conflicted. Anyway, because of the original charges, Tabor cannot be in contact with anyone under the age of 17, which means he cannot attend his school. The principal of his school has already begun setting things up so Tabor could finish his classes at home, and even remarked that even had Tabor been allowed to come back to the school, he feared for his safety. Stay tuned, as Tabor will be arraigned June 24 in Littleton District Court on the 3 new charges. But no matter what happens, that family needs to move. Westland, Michigan, Todd Treviso is 18. He works at a Hollister Company clothing store in his local mall. He has a MySpace page on which he says the person he'd like to meet is Jesus. Oh, and he rapes and kills animals for fun. Yep, that's the guy I'd want dating my daughter. How about you? Treviso was hanging out with a friend from John Glenn High School. On April 4, when Treviso allegedly got the bright idea to rape Magic, the neighbor's cat. Whether drugs or alcohol were involved isn't known, but Treviso's MySpace makes pretty clear that he does a little smoking and a lot of drinking, so I'm gonna guess a big yes on that. Treviso apparently duct-taped Magic's mouth shut, tortured and sodomized the cat, and then left it for dead on the neighbor's porch. Almost no other details have been released to the press, so I'm kind of wondering how they knew that Todd was the cat raper. Did they do DNA on the cat? Were Todd's fingerprints on the duct tape? Did Todd wear a condom? Sadly, Magic the cat did not recover and died. Police describe Todd Treviso as having a troubled past. Yeah, think? If convicted of the various charges against him, Treviso could face up to 15 years in prison, where his nickname could be Magic Boy.